set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stat...
There he goes, left side! And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now they'll change things up. On first down, Sheffield has some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Sheffield, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You look at this Eagle defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Eagles at 11-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Hurts. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Complete here. It's high. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
Here we go.
Now remember the last time out they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball Keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff up the middle. Sheffield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Here we go. First down, 45-yard line. Go. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Webster. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 45 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19. Should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And you can see by the X next to their name, they have clinched the NFC East already. For the moment, though, they would host a wild card game in round 1.
And for me, it brings back memories about how tough it is to win this division. Not just in recent years, but think about the decades that have stacked up where we've said the NFC East always one of the toughest divisions in the NFL.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched it.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check white. Switch. Yellow. One. Check pink.
Up the middle they go. Sheffield. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
These two teams all tied after one. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. These two teams have met earlier in the season in Philly, with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line.
First down, Eagles.
They go play action with Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You know, Charles, season winding down. Time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
First and 10. 34-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Sheffield. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
To throw on second down. Webster. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on third down. Webster. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off play action. Webster. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nolan Smith. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be facing a third and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Webster. That escapes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
But that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. Second down and 8. They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This is a half of not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A great effort there. 74 yards. And the Eagles are once again back in front. Point after try forthcoming. And that makes it 14-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Jahan Dotson getting set for this next drive. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Webster. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area. So it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they came up with points in their first two possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On first down, Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
Ball start. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. Touchdown, Eagles! A great play there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Room here to run! And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Webster trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He finds his man complete. It's Cross. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play out.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington.
Ready, break. Hut.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, here's the option. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a Commander's first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And how about that on third down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2.
Black wall, check white. Switch, yellow.
Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped.
Ball start, offense.
Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the foot. Beyond the marker, they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Looks like they'll move things around here. Right back to him on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Ready?
To throw on third down. Webster. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18. Now a give, right side. Sheffield. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw on second down. Webster. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 4.
Ready.
Makes it 3rd
Shot,
and 2.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sheffield. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Washington first down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on 4th. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Webster. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway.
Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I
really?
Put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the...
Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. On first down, Webster. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 19. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice game. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And Hurts is intercepted. His 3rd of the game. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
22 needle. Ready?
To throw again. Webster. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
It's a gain of 97.
So after about as long a play as humanly possible without scoring, here's 1st and goal. And now they'll shift things around.
Yellow.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
37. Commanders 24.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expects.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Eagles. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Eagles stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
10 cycles.
Throwing on first down. Webster. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set.
Back to throw. Webster. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And quickly, they get to the line. Looking to throw on second down. Webster throwing left side. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. Operating from the gun. Webster is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there, with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the no. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cross. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw. Oh, and the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quan Martin. There he goes left side. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
2nd and 2. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. Touchdown! A great effort there. With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Eagles get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now Washington down by 12. 1:15 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive. Webster. Dotson, he's got it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He's going to have the first down and then some. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now first and goal. They'll look to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if attack.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now it's Washington's turn. Trailing in this one now. 33 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
Strikers, 3-3. Down. Set.
On 1st and 10, Webster. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Oh, he stays up. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football, so this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Throwing is Hurts. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Philadelphia, they solidify their spot in the playoffs as they run their mark to 12-4 on the year.